It is crafting time. I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
That's my husband Tim. He is sending out the text message right now to everybody who is on our texting list to let them know that we are live. So if you just text hello to this phone number, you will get a text message when we go live. Just text the word hello, Hello. All right, I'm going to pull this up so I can see your guys' comments and see what we got going on here. Make sure you guys can see everything okay. All the things. Make sure my volume's down because y'all don't need to hear me twice, okay? Once is enough. All right, who's ready to craft? I'm going to give you guys a little spin on a craft I did before, another take on how to do it. And I think it's going to be super, super stinking cute. I think you're going to like it. Hello, Miss Constance. Hello, Miss Candace, Miss Colleen, Miss Shelley. Hello, Miss Yvonne. Hello, Miss Lavada and Miss Nancy. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. We're on the earlier side today, which is fabulous. I actually like to craft this early in the day.
Tim's got a lot of driving to do.
Tim's got some things to do. He's going to go run some errands for me. Yes. Because we have a birthday party this weekend. We have a birthday to celebrate this weekend. All right. But we'll get into all that. Hello, Miss Wendy and Cher. How are you guys over on YouTube? Hello, Miss Amanda and Robin. Hello, Miss Janet. How are you? So we are going to be gifting the items that I used today. I'm going to put a little bundle together for y'all, for somebody, and we're going to gift it to somebody at the end of this craft, okay? Hello, Miss Dorothy, my crafting friend, she says. You've got it live. Yeah, Miss Dorothy. Miss Dorothy's been having the struggle, you know, the Facebook struggle, you know. So she's over on YouTube with us today. So welcome. I'm glad you're here live, girlfriend. I'm glad you're here live. All right. For this craft, we are going to be using these little, from the wood pile section at Hobby Lobby. They are a little spools, like thread spools. If you have the real authentic wood thread spools, some of those laying around, you can use those. I don't have any of those, so I just bought these. They're normally $4.49 at Hobby Lobby. Wood pile section though, they go 40% off all the time. Get them when they're on sale. And then these ones are $4.99 and you get a whole bunch of them. These are just the little baby little wood spools, okay? Some of those, some of these. I've got some fabric here, Patriotic colors. I've got some twine. I've got some skinnier twine. I got some Distress Oxide that I'm not going to use. I don't even know why that's out. I've got stencil brushes. I don't know, y'all, my stencil brushes disappeared. I think we got a stencil brush thief in the neighborhood. Something. I don't know. They've all done disappeared, so I had to go grab a new pack from the shop. From our stock. So, I don't know what happened to them. I'm going to use some paper. If you've got like a paper grocery bag, you can use a paper grocery bag. I don't have a paper grocery bag, but I've got these handy dandy little paper sacks from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to use one of those, okay? Super easy. You can make this if you don't have the spools and you don't want to go buy the spools. You can use lots of different things. We made a craft making similar things. I got some antique wax. And I'm going to show you what we did.
Hi, Bernita.
But we're going to make a spin on them today. And I got my stamping pad.
A spin.
A spin.
A spin.
We're going to put our own little spin on it today. So we made these cute little firecrackers, little fireworks. Whoa, don't spill your firecrackers. We used dowel rods for these, the thicker dowel rods. And we cut them down, and we came up with lots of different ideas of things you could use. But today, we're going to make them with the spools. So you can kind of see them. They'll be a little bit chunkier. They'll be a little shorter, chunkier, where these are a little bit longer, skinnier, okay?
Hey, so, I resemble that remark.
Well, some of us are a little shorter and chunkier than others, okay? But we are all equally as cute as the others. So we welcome all sizes here. in people and in fireworks, okay? So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna antique wax our spools a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 of these because I'm gonna give 2 of them to somebody today. I'm gonna set these 2 aside for somebody. And then I'm gonna use probably like 3 of these ones, okay? Short and fluffy, Miss Susan says, yes.
Shelly says, Teeter says, I prefer to call it fluffy.
Prefer to be called fluffy. All right, we'll do 3 of these little guys. And I will send 3 of these little guys to somebody. So if you want to be gifted the items I'm using today, all you have to do is share this video on Facebook or YouTube. You can do it on both if you want to. If you do it on both, your name's going to be in there twice, and you'll get double the chances to be picked, okay? And then just let us know in the comments that you did sprinkle this video, okay? It just means to share, okay? All right, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start antique waxing. I'm going to use a diaper wipe. I'm going to use a diaper wipe because it's just easy. It's an easy way to antique wax something. Cynthia says, I'm very lucky.
Well, happy birthday, Dorothy. A couple of days late.
Happy birthday, Dorothy. It's your birthday.
That was the 14th, a couple days ago.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. All right. Little antique wax. You can water down some brown paint and do the same thing, okay? If you don't have the antique wax, that's fine. Water down a little bit of brown paint, get the same look. Same look.
Carol says, I'm not overweight, I'm under tall.
Under tall. I'm under tall. You know what's funny? We, I don't know why. Tim and I were talking about something today. Oh, Tim was saying he needed to be 2 inches shorter because we were hugging.
No, I said you needed to be 2 inches taller.
Oh, sorry. I needed to be 2 inches taller. That's right. We were hugging. And he said, you need to be 2 inches taller. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you need to be 2 inches taller so he could like rest his chin on my shoulder, you know, so he's not like having to hunch over so far to hug me. And I'm like, so I just need to wear heels all the time. And I like stood up on my toes. I'm like, I just need to wear heels all the time just so if you feel the urge and need a hug, I'll be at the right height, the perfect hugging height for you, right? And I said, well, if you just give it a little bit of time, you'll get shorter over time. And, because as you age, sometimes everything compresses over time and you sometimes get a little bit shorter. So I'm like, you'll get shorter and it'll be perfect. And then he goes, I'm curious. And we have this like growth chart in our house. It's this board that we've taken from house to house to house with us. I painted it when the kids were little. It's cute. And we have all of the kids' heights as they've been growing up. And, all right, there's our first little one. Just antique waxed up a little bit, aged a little bit. And Tim goes over there and I don't know how, somehow it shows he's an inch taller now than he was, you know, I mean, he's not growing. He's not taller than he used to be, okay? I said, I don't know who measured you, but they didn't do a very good job. And then I said, well, you probably measured yourself.
I don't think so.
I could see Tim going, I got this. Hold on, I got this. I can do it myself, you know. And he probably measured wrong. That's my theory. He says no. That's not his theory. No. He thinks one of the kids did it and had a crooked pen, you know.
Probably.
Mine was spot on because Tim probably did it. Tim probably did it. So I have not gotten taller or shorter. Tim has somehow managed to grow an inch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Height-wise. I don't know. I don't think that doesn't typically happen this age stage of your life.
Using the inversion table has worked for me.
When do you use that inversion table?
Oh, it's been a while.
You never use that thing. That's not like a long-lasting... Yeah, but it's not a long-lasting thing.
Oh.
You know the inversion tables where you hang upside down and it's like anti-gravity and then you like stretch? You actually can get taller because you're like decompressing all your joints.
Decompressing your spine.
Okay? So you can actually get taller. But that's something you have to keep up with. And you have to continuously do. You can't just do it for a while and then all of a sudden you're taller for the rest of your life. So I I don't think that's it. Because it's been a long time since you've been on that thing.
It ain't been that long.
I was on the inversion table a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And I thought I was going to die. I'm so dramatic with that thing, y'all.
She is.
Have you ever been on an inversion table? Tell me if you've been on an inversion table. Tell me. Have you? They are scary. You're literally like clamping your feet at the end and you're like hanging upside down from your ankles. And it hurts. It hurts my ankles. If I wasn't so fluffy, it might not hurt. If I didn't have so much fluff, then maybe it wouldn't hurt.
Well, I'm fluffier than you, and it doesn't hurt my ankles.
It's scary because I just don't trust it. I'm afraid. What if it lets go of my ankles? What if
I
it
think
slip
that's
through?
what the really thing, the big thing is you don't trust it.
I don't trust it. I'm terrified, and the blood rushes to my head way too fast. I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm gonna pass out, and then I'm afraid of. I saw the video. Did you all see? There's a video that's floating around the internet of this lady. She was on an inversion table. She went to the gym, her and her friend. Okay. Yes, hurts the ankles, right, Chris? Hurts the ankles bad. I hear you. Hello, Miss Sue. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you feel like you're gonna pass out, Wendy, right? Right. So this lady went to the gym with her friend. Okay, her friend. She was in the room that had the inversion table. Her friend was in another room, and she went on this inversion table, but she forgot. There's like a strap that keeps the table from only going so far. Well, she didn't have the strap connected, so she flipped upside down, and she was literally all the way upside down, and she couldn't get herself back up. Like, she literally could not get herself back up. And you can hear her, like she was videotaping herself, like her workout, and she's like yelling for her friend.
Thank you, Karen,
her
for the
friend's
stars.
in the other room and had his headphones on, and he couldn't hear. And she was yelling for him, and he wouldn't answer. So finally, she ended up having to call 911.
That's someone says I saw on TV where a lady had to call 911 because she was stuck upside down.
She had to call 911 because she was stuck upside down. And I think they have some scraps, actually, of some of these. So let me use some of these scraps that I already have torn.
Wow, Diane says her brother-in-law uses it religiously every night, 30 minutes.
Oh my word! They say the more you use it, the more you use it, the more longer you can stay upside down on it. But I was seeing if I had any scrap of this one, but I guess I don't.
No.
I guess I don't, so I'll just cut a strip. So she had to call 911, and the police, ambulance, they all showed up and helped her. And her friend comes in and is like, "What is going on?" Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I was stuck upside down."
Margaret says America's Funnest Videos, I think it was.
Did they show it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Margaret says
that would be me though. That's in my head every time I'm gonna get stuck upside down. There could be other people in the house. Like I did it the other week, and I was like, I'm going on the inversion table. Make sure you're listening. If you hear me holler, you better come running because that means something bad happened. Okay. I was like, I don't like this. I don't know why I keep about once every 6 months. I'm like, I think I'm going to try it. I think my back is achy. I just need to hang upside down and get all the pressure off. No, it just moves all the pressure to my ankles.
Oh, we should just get you just get you a traction machine.
Oh, Erin, I'm so sorry to hear that. Her grandpa is in hospice and she's on her way to see family. I'm glad you get to be with your family though right now. So that is good. That is good. I am looking for...
I don't know. I think the only real reason for an inversion table is to decompress your spine.
I think that's the whole point of them, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, because it's just, it's just another way of doing traction, except for you're using your own body weight instead of some, big old contraption with a sand-filled bag or weights.
What? What is that? That sounds like, what? Sand-filled bags and weights to contract? Sounds like torture.
No.
Do you
It's the same thing.
How do you hang? I don't get it.
You don't hang. You lay in bed. You hook the stuff to your ankles. You lay in bed, and you hook it to your ankles, and there's a rope and a pulley, and it just the weight pulls. Instead of you laying upside down, you're laying on your bed, and it's pulling
Wouldn't it just pull your feet down?
No, it doesn't.
Do you just hang it off your feet?
Pretty much.
If you lay on your bed and you hang something off your, like here's your legs, here's your foot, isn't it just gonna like pull on your ankles and your feet?
You don't put that much. I don't know.
Or does it pull you out? Does it like stretch you? How do you keep from sliding off the bed with it?
I don't know. My grandpa had one when I was little.
Does he like hold on to the headboard?
I don't know.
Hold on tight.
I don't know.
We're hooking you up.
I just remember seeing the thing.
Diane says, "Look it up. It's a thing. Interesting."
It is. I remember.
It just pulls your feet. It doesn't like pull you out. Like I feel like it would need, like if this is your body, it would need to like pull you, and you got to hold on to something. Something's got to connect to your head or something to hold it. I'm so confused, y'all. It doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Okay, these are a little bit wide, so I'm going to make these a little bit smaller. Actually, I'm going to use this one for this one. That's actually perfect for that. Perfect for that, so let me cut this one. So we're cutting it to just overlap a little bit around your little spool or whatever you're using, okay? And then we're going to tatter our ends a little bit, so when they overlap, they're a little tattered.
Here's one for your head.
That's a little wide, too. It looks like, tell me this is not a modern day, hold on, torture device. I'm sorry. If I came home and saw you doing that, I would be concerned, okay? That's, what even is that? And you gotta pull it yourself?
Yep. It's
you gotta torture yourself. Y'all, I don't even.
Neck and shoulder traction.
Y'all, I can't. Really?
Yeah. It's
probably amazing. Probably. Tell me if you've ever had a little head traction device. A chin lifter. We all need to wear that all the time. A chin lifter. Yes.
Kathy says her husband has one of them and he says it works great.
Oh my gosh. That is... I mean, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm not sure I would do it, but I'm sure it's amazing.
I don't...
Polka dots.
It's not showing me any of the old contraptions like I saw my grandpa had. I mean, they're all the newfangled things here.
Right.
Mostly inversion tables.
I'm gonna need to cut another piece because this, when you get your fabric too thin, you can't rip it anymore. And I want to make it thinner, and I can't rip it anymore. So I'm just gonna have to use a new piece.
Ruth says that would be an upgrade from my special helmet.
That's wild. All right.
You know, and I know they sell ones that you know it's like an airbag, but you put it around your neck and you snap it on and you pump it up and it like pulls the pressure off of your neck.
Now, I could probably use an airbag around my head. I'm very accident prone. just strap those airbags to me, keep me safe. Just describing it, an airbag that you strap around your head.
Well, that's...
I mean, okay, I gotcha. An airbag that you strap around your head. I mean, I'm sure that it's probably very therapeutic. I'm sure it's very therapeutic. Interesting, but I'm sure very therapeutic. All right, we got some blue stars here. All of this fabric is from Hobby Lobby.
That.
Y'all, the things they come up with. I mean, people will buy anything. And that you gotta pump yourself too. Like you just... I think we need to order all these and try them out. We need to try them. We will do Amazon reviews of all these things. Karen says, yep, I've used that also. It really helped.
You control how much it stretches.
You control how much it stretches. Wow. I'm sure it's amazing.
Yep, Vicky, she says some people will do anything to get out of pain. Get ready, guys. I'm going to grab some names here in a second.
I'm sure. If you're in pain, you're probably not laughing. You're just like, I need this in my life. I need this in my life. Yeah. And I'm not laughing at anyone's pain. But the devices are a little funny. That'd be my problem. I would just be laughing so hard doing it, I'd cause myself more pain. I'd be like throwing out my back.
What you making? Watched 2 of your videos for the first time last night.
Oh, well, welcome.
Cloth flowers and firecrackers you made last June.
Oh, fun. And you came back for more. Yay. Awesome. Today we're making some little firecrackers to go along with our firecrackers we made these a couple weeks ago, and we're going to make some more to go with them.
Margaret says, oh, come on, where'd it go? I would probably malfunction and strangle myself.
That would be me. That's my fear every time I get on the what is it called? Inversion table. My fear is the thing is going to collapse and I'm going to land on my head and I'm going to break my neck. And then I'm going to need the little thing to hold my neck up because my neck's going to be broken off. I mean, not broken off, but y'all know what I mean. Oh my gosh, the things.
All right, we have Vicky Barstow, Kathy Dickman, Violet Valou, Robin Kisty, Crystal M. Elliott, Denise Whaler, Gunter, never mind Gunter, Patty Williamson, Joanne Close, and Bernita Tuttle.
Okay, so far all we've done, we've taken some spools. I got them at Hobby Lobby. Get them in the woodpile section. They come in little packages. I antique waxed them just to make them look a little aged, a little older. We cut some strips of some strips of fabric to wrap around them so they're a little tattered on the edges. One for each. Am I missing one? No, I'll go with that one. That's all we've done so far, okay? And we're going to make them super, super cute. I am going to gift the supplies that I'm using. I'll send some fabric. I'll send some spools. I'll send the twine. I'll send all the things. Like, obviously, the scissors and glue guns and antique wax and stuff like that I'm not sending because I don't have an unlimited supply of those. I feel like I should do one more blue. No? Maybe? I'm going to do one of these blue. I'm going to swap out that one, and I'm going to do it blue because that's a lot of red. I think we need another blue one. Okay. And all the fabric is from Hobby Lobby as well. So everything I've used so far is from Hobby Lobby. Everything. Even my little stampers I'm going to use are from Hobby Lobby. Everything is from Hobby Lobby. Wow. Except for my stencil brushes, which are from Christy's Craft Room.
Thank you, Violet.
ChristysCraftRoom.com sells stencil brushes. So check them out if you haven't heard of them. They got some pretty cool stuff.
Well, here, let me...
Yeah, you should grab their link. If Tim can find the link, he'll share it for y'all, okay?
Yeah, if I can find the link for their shop.
So I'm going to be using one of the stencil brushes. I'm going to get some antique wax. And we're going to kind of dirty up the edges of our fabric a little bit. And just make it look a little aged, a little well-loved, a little distressed. I'll grab my little paper plate over here. Paper plate. Dried up paint on it. Reuse those plates. All right. Now I'm going to get some of the extra off of my brush so there's not too much on there. And then we're just going to go around the edges of my fabric to age them up a little bit.
June says, sprinkle everyone. Fluffy Prevention Week. They need to dance.
Yes.
I like that, Fluffy Prevention Week.
Yes, we need to work off some fluff. We've enjoyed the fluff too much. We need to work off some fluff.
Vicky says, you are my favorite crafter and I watch many.
Oh, you're awesome. Y'all are so sweet. So sweet. Love you guys. Okay. Dirty up my fabric. Now, if you like a nice, crisp, clean, bright colors and you don't like things distressed, you can literally skip this step. You can even use pink and shears instead of tearing your fabric if you don't want to tear it or if it's hard for you to tear it. Use the pink and shears. You could totally use scrapbook paper too. I feel like fabric just gives it a little bit more high quality of a look, a little bit more finished quality with the fabric than with the scrapbook paper.
Ruth says you went Hobby Lobby crazy. Wait, that sounds like the name of a support group.
Yes.
It should be.
Hobby Lobby crazy. Hi, my name is Christy, and I have a problem.
And it's usually me.
Spend way too much time at Hobby Lobby. And I love it. And I'm not giving it up. I don't really think it's a problem. My husband just says it is.
Rhonda has a grad party for her only child.
Ooh.
So
that's exciting.
Yep, I see Billy.
But I imagine, I know, I haven't experienced I don't only have one child, but it's very emotional when your baby graduates high school.
Yeah, well, her husband passed 14 years ago, so.
Oh, yeah, that adds a little extra, little bitter sweetness to it, a little bit. It's a great day to celebrate, but you're also missing someone very special, right? I super glued the end of my fabric, and then I wrapped it around. Now I'm going to super glue it, and I'm going to make sure I have my torn edge.
The edge showing. Ruth says quitters never win.
Right, I can't quit Hobby Lobby because
exactly.
Then I wouldn't be able to.
Nobody likes a quitter.
Nobody likes a quitter. And how could I ever come here and show you all the fun things if I didn't go and get the fun things to show you the fun things, right? So you guys are my enablers. But keep it coming. We love it. We love it. Ooh, Miss Kendall finally made it to our live session. Yay! I'm currently making the flag craft you did the other day. I love that. That flag, y'all. Well, which one, I guess, but we've made some cute ones. But this one I think is my favorite. This one's my favorite that we've done so far. Love this one. So this one we did here on the page. The video is here. Love it. I did it like, I don't know what, a week or so ago. I love that one. That was a fun one too. This one's super cute too.
Candace, you're hilarious. She says, glad to be of service.
Yes. Candace is always there when we need her.
Savannah says, I'm an enabler and I love it.
Yes.
Kathy says, my pleasure.
Thank y'all. It's all y'all's fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
That's all right, though.
Yeah. We won't be mad.
No.
We're not mad at you. We appreciate you. Every single one of you. We appreciate you. My past husband would say she's at her second home, but Hobby Lobby is Dorothy's home away from home, right? Home away from home. I know, they have listen, Hobby Lobby has everything you could ever need. Like now they're like starting to sell like bathroom stuff. Did you guys notice that? They're selling like bathroom decor and like little soap dispensers and shower curtains.
What?
And yeah. I bought my sister a bed set there the other day because she's been looking for a bed set. Just a white comforter, or not a comforter, but a white quilt, a solid white quilt.
Yes, Lynn, it's not just your fault this time.
And they had one. Nope, it's all y'all's fault. All right, one more. But yeah, I was surprised. They're like really, but then I'm like, oh, what do they got to get rid of to make room for that? What are they going to get rid of? So be watching. Yeah. I mean, the clearance has been popping up like crazy. All kinds of little sections all over the store I've noticed at ours. So
now, see, you're an enabler now too because Wendy says you give me a reason that I have to go to Hobby Lobby. So
we support each other in our habits. Okay. All right, there's where we are so far. They're cute. But we need to dress them up a little bit.
Susan, not sure why. She says she keeps doesn't always get our texts.
I don't know. So I am going to. Sometimes you do, but other times you don't. Interesting.
Yeah, it's text us back, stop, and then text unstop.
Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of twine and I kind of like opened the ends, like pulled the ends apart a little bit to make it a little bit thicker at the ends. Like so. And then these have holes in them. So we're just going to stick the little... How are we going to do that? Is that how I'm
Oh, Michelle, where'd it go?
Yeah, we're just going to glue...
Michelle said, or wait, not, hold on. Let me see.
The hole's kind of big. Let me think about this for a second.
Oh, wow. Someone said they saw some Fisher-Price toys in their Hobby Lobby. Someone said that...
Fisher-Price toys in Hobby Lobby?
Someone said that Hobby Lobby bought Bed Bath & Beyond's stock.
Oh.
Did Bed Bath & Beyond go out of business?
Ours did, I know.
Oh.
I know ours closed.
Huh. Well,
So I could, if I want to close up my hole, I could put a little button at the top.
What?
I could put a little button at the top, and then I can glue my little wick to that. Or I could just stick it in the hole. The hole's kind of big for my wick. Y'all, I can't with this man. I can't. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea. Wood beads. We could put a little wood bead on the end and then put our little twine coming out the hole of our wood bead.
Yes, Trish. Yep.
Look how cute. I think that's cute. That's cute. Let's do that. But
Good morning, Vivian.
Antique wax our little beads a little bit. Darken them up a little bit so they kind of match. Okay? Match them up. Yeah, the Fisher Price. I haven't seen that yet, but whoa.
Oh, she's in Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio. Huh.
Get ready, guys. I'm going to grab some more names here in a minute.
See, we work through the projects here. We don't, we have an idea, but sometimes your craft project doesn't go together the way that you think it's going to go together. I don't know if I'm going to do that on the little ones. Maybe. We'll see. But I know for the big ones, for these two big ones, we will.
Enabler is a harsh term. I prefer creative motivator.
I like that.
No, I'm not going to say anything about her. Oh.
Creative motivator.
Creative motivator.
Y'all know you all were thinking it too when I said it, so I don't believe for a second y'all weren't thinking the same thing. Your brains went there. I know they did. Right. If you hang out here, you've got a little bit of a goofy brain. You got to. You got to. You got to be a little bit like me if you're hanging out here, because these girls can be a little cuckoo.
Okay, we have Lisa Brown, Pam Inderanden, I'm sorry I messed that up, Ruth Apolsky, Janet Idziak, Kathy Dickman, Cheryl Dupie, Cheryl Johnson,
Cute.
Constance Massey, Billy Pegram Renfro, and Mary Winkler.
So I will include the beads too. Everything I used today, I'll include in a little bundle for y'all. The supplies. Somebody will be gifted it at the end of this live.
Vicky says, so happy you're on YouTube. No other crafters know how to be on both FB and YT. This is all I have now to watch. Miss my crafting peeps.
Aww.
Been with you a while. Love your page and you both.
Listen, I don't blame anybody who can't or doesn't go live on both, because y'all, it was a stressful time setting this up. If I didn't have Tim here doing it, we would just be on Facebook, because it was a task, and and Adam, our 27-year-old, he is very tech.
He talked me
smart.
back off a ledge a couple of times.
Yeah. We've spent hours on the phone with Adam working through getting everything set up and making it all work together. It's challenging. So I don't blame anyone who's like, yeah, I just can't do it, because it's a lot. Especially if you're like doing it yourself and you're the only one like setting it up and in the comments and doing all the things. It's a lot. All right, so we got those so far. Let's do what do we want to do with these ones? Let's see. These holes are a little bit smaller. So this might work a little bit better to just stick it in there. Might loosen it a little bit just to make it a little bit thicker twine.
Hi, Sandra.
Okay, I think that'll work. So these ones we're not going to put the bead. We're just going to glue it right in the hole. Okay, so let's stick some glue in there. Stick some glue in there. Try not to get glue all over the end.
Yes, don't.
I can get it off though. I can get it off though. Okay. Let that set for a second. Sorry, I'm a little focused.
She's focused, guys.
Slightly focused.
You can tell because that's the only time her mouth stops is when she's focused.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
And this is the only place she focuses like that, guys. I love you, baby.
I love you too. It's a good thing. It's a good thing we love each other. Because that makes us able to put up with each other. These are really cute. I have everything prepared for the ruffled flag except the board. So these will go perfectly. Can't wait to make them. Yes.
Hi,
you
Alice.
can use the same fabrics that you used for the flag with these, and they're all going to coordinate together super, super nicely. And all of these fabrics are from Hobby Lobby, and they are all in the just general fabric section. Even the stars. That's just in their regular fabric wall, their cotton wall.
And then
So they're not just seasonal, so you can get them. They'll still have them this time of year.
And that's not the wired jute. That's just regular old twine.
Nope, this is just regular twine. It's not the wired jute.
Trish says, this is crafting and comedy all in one.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Sometimes we don't even try to be funny. Sometimes I'm
Christy, what is your t-shirt? Where is the crow's nest?
The crow's nest is, it's actually, it's the,
It's a place.
It is a place.
It's a place.
It's a place. It's what we call my parents' home, is the crow's nest. My parents, my dad's.
That's her maiden name.
That's my maiden name, yeah. I'm like, how do I say that? I'm like, it's not my parents' maiden name. I was like, my maiden name. My goodness. And so we always hang out at my parents'. It's where the family gathers, and we call it the crow's nest. And
Hi, Kamar. She's from Anchorage.
Ooh.
Oh, and I just shipped something to Alaska.
Wasilla?
Wasilla?
I don't know.
Yes.
We
I
call
think
it.
it was yesterday. Yesterday I shipped something to Wasilla.
So we call it the crow's nest. And my nephew came up with this design, and we all had shirts made, and we have shirts, sweatshirts, and we all wear them.
I think
Especially the family reunion.
I thought it said it was going to take like 13 days for it to be delivered.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are we talking about? We're talking about shirts, and then now what are we talking
Well,
about?
because someone said hi from Anchorage.
We didn't. Okay,
And I
hi from
said
Anchorage.
I shipped something to Wasilla, and on the thing when we print the label, it says how long it's going to take, and I think it said it was like 13 days to get to Wasilla.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you lost me because I was still on my shirt. I hadn't moved past my shirt yet, y'all. That's what happens here. I'm like, wait, what? What happened? And then I forget what I'm even talking about.
There's something. Diane says, "What's your last name now?"
It was a major upgrade.
I don't know about that.
No. My last name now is
Really?
Wait.
No.
No. I mean it's across the board. No. No, they're both cool names. They're both cool names. My maiden name was Crow. My married name is Bottle. So Bottle is probably a little bit more unique and different. Kids can be really cruel with the last name Crow.
They can be really cruel with the last name Bottle.
They can. They can be cruel with any name. Right? It doesn't really matter the name, but kids can just be cruel. Our kids didn't really have problems with the last name, though.
Yeah.
People around here are pretty cool. We didn't really have the name thing. All right, so there is that little guy. I actually might add a tag. I don't know. We'll see. There's no tag on that one. I just tied a little ribbon around it. This one I'm going to add a little tag to. So I've got this paper.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to make some little tags.
Constance says her maiden name was Chew. Chew. I think that one was. Miss K is a newbie.
Welcome, Miss K. Welcome. If you're new here, make sure you hit the follow button. If you like what you see here, make sure you hit the follow button so you can see more of what we do here. If you don't like what you see here, it's been nice to meet you. Glad you passed through. Just keep on rolling. Keep on
rolling on a river.
So I'm tearing some paper and I'm going to make some little tags. On these other ones I did.
And these
boom, bang, and pow.
These are little spools. They're not thimbles.
Yeah, they're spools. You can probably do it with thimbles. You can do it with lots of different things. So this tag is going to say, we did boom, bang, pow. We can do pop, pop, pop.
Maiden name was Spack.
P-O-P. P-O-P. Yeah, so we wear these all the time, but we especially wear them out when we go to reunion. So it was fun, but I thought it was a really cool design because, like, my grandpa was very nautical. Like, he loved everything nautical. He had a boat. My dad grew up on a boat. Not grew up on a boat, but like they spent a lot of time on the boat through the years. He didn't like live on a boat. Some words matter. Words matter.
You're having a wonderful day, aren't you?
Y'all. Yeah. Right? I don't know why I'm going backwards with this. Pop. And I'm kind of doing my letters a little wonky. I'm kind of doing that on purpose because I think that's kind of fun.
Christine says, thanks, Christy. You gave me a reason to stop cleaning. That's the excuse I'm using anyway.
Woo, woo. Christy's crafting, and I have to support and watch and...
Learn the things.
Gotta learn the skills.
Learn the things.
Learn all the things in life, right? Okay, so this one I'm going to put on...
Because our life is better than a soap opera.
Right? Ain't that the truth?
And it's not scripted.
All right, this one I'm going to put around this little guy.
Because if our life was scripted, I'd like to find the person that's writing it.
Right. Life's been a little crazy lately. I ain't gonna lie. Life's been a little crazy around here. It's been a little wild. We've had lots of craziness going on.
The chicken is here.
The chicken?
The chicken.
What chicken?
I don't know. On YouTube. That's her name. It's just, chicken is here. Hey,
well, hello, chicken. I like chicken.
So, Young Guns pops into my head. Did you see the size of that chicken?
Right.
It was when they were out in the mountains and doing peyote to get their focus for what they were supposed to do.
Oh, this doesn't sound like they were very focused.
No.
That'd be me. I'm like, oh, look at the chicken. There's a chicken over there. Okay, so I glued some twine around it. I glued my little pop tag. Pop.
Tessie, that is hilarious.
And then I'm going to tie a little bow and put at the top of it so it looks like it's tied on. It's easier than actually trying to tie on the tag.
Let's see if you can...
Am I reading this?
Yeah, you can read that all out.
Sometimes you point to things, you're like, don't read it. I'm
well,
it's kind of hard. My maiden name was Mayo, and when I worked at a deli, anytime someone ordered a sandwich and said, hold the mayo, one of the other cashiers would run over and pick me up. It was funny, but it got more difficult with time because I was pregnant. Oh my goodness. They would literally pick you up. Oh my goodness, hold the mayo. That's kind of funny. That's funny. I'm sure the customers thought that was funny.
And Suri says she doesn't know how to respond to that.
I wouldn't know how to respond to that either. If I was like in a sandwich shop and I was ordering a sandwich and I was like, hold the mayo, and the person ran away and picked up another employee, I'd be like, huh? Everything okay here? Y'all okay here?
Wait, what? In a ham sandwich?
Alright, so I did a baby bow. Let me trim my ends a little bit more. And we're going to glue it on. Glue it on. glue it on.
Oh, that movie is, I love, that's one of my, I've got a lot of favorite movies and they're all old. That's one of them. I love Young Guns.
You probably could, since there's a little bit of detail with these, if you want to
Flip to this.
zoom it in some, because I
Zoom
don't
in?
know what's going on here. Wait, stop. Oh, that's this. I'm like, what is that big black thing? It's that. Okay. Yeah, zoom it in a little bit so we can see it better. Make sure you turn off the autofocus. All right, so we've got boom, bang, pop.
It is.
Pow. What are some other words that we could put on these? Boom, bang, pop, pow.
Okay.
Short words. They gotta be short words because if they're too long, we could do a little bit longer one on one of these. What? What are you asking me?
Is that good?
Yeah, but we're crooked. Hold on. Okay.
You like that?
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So, ladies, so you guys can see them a little bit better. Okay. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. You're probably like, I can't even see what you're doing. I'm going to do this one next.
Crackle, pop.
Crackle. Snap.
Sparks, kaboom.
Sparks.
Bam.
Bam. That's good.
Bam.
Bam.
July 4.
I might be able to do that on this one. Am I in this? Sorry. Y'all gotta yell at me and be like, girl, we can't see what you're doing. Put your hands in the right place. Put your hands in the right... Don't look at my unfinished nails. I'm giving my nails a little break. I don't know how long the break's gonna last.
I like
though.
that. 1776.
Oh, that's fun. 1776. Yes, that's only 4. That's perfect.
We the people.
That there's not room for that.
Oh.
That's too long. Okay, we're gonna do 1776. But we'll do that maybe on, I don't know which one. Boom, bang, pop, crackle, bam.
Bam.
Hello, Miss Beth.
Reminds me of the old Batman show. Exactly.
Boom, bang. Oh, yeah.
Pam says she likes the split screen.
Yes, it is nice, especially when we're doing little stuff like this. Okay, I gotta fix this one. There we go. All right. Let that glue set for a second. Let that glue set. 1776. Well, we don't have to put something on all of them either, though. That could be a lot to have them on all of them. Okay, so 17. Oh, shoot. I don't have. All I got is the letters. Sorry, the letter. I'm like, the letters. I don't have numbers. But I could do 7.
The 6 you can't do.
I can't do the 6. Yeah, I don't have a 6. Well, I don't have any of them, but...
Well, shnikes.
Oh, I liked that idea too. I can't do 4th either because I don't have a 4. I'm going to have to go back to Hobby Lobby and get me some numbers that match these.
Desi says you can handwrite it.
Girl, you've seen my handwriting. Or maybe you haven't, but I think you have.
I think you could do it just a fine job.
I can try.
Someone said, you could do USA.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That'll be cute on one of these little ones too, even. Okay, yes, USA. We're going to go with that one. You almost had me pressured into writing.
I think it's a capital G, not a lowercase g.
It is. It's all capitals. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any of the lowercase letters.
17.
Lori says, yep, another trip.
Yep.
Got to go to Hobby Lobby.
Add it to my list that I would probably forget to take with me. Okay. U.
Tessie says, you can do it!
Yes, I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Hi, Reggie.
USA. USA. All right. Tear it.
What the ham sandwich?
USA. I like that. That'll be cute. That'll be cute. A little dot of glue. Put my little tag on there.
Let Tim do what he needs to craft. Oh.
But
You think my handwriting? Yeah, no. And some of you, everybody that's ordered something this week, you'll see it when you get your order.
yeah, Tim's doing orders this week. Most of them. I did some the other day. So a couple of you are going to get notes from me.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's a couple out there you got to check.
Okay, I'll check your orders. I forget what I was going to say. I got distracted. What was I saying?
I wasn't paying attention to what you were talking about.
I don't know. I'm making a little bow. Don't forget, we're gonna gift the items I'm using today to somebody, so somebody can recreate this craft. All you gotta do is share the video, let us know in the comments that you did, and we'll pick somebody right here at the end.
Desi says, ham sandwich. Yep, hold the mayo.
Hold the mayo. All right.
Oh, yeah, yesterday I was wearing my Son of a Motherless Goat shirt,
Yes.
and I stopped at a couple of yard sales.
All right, let's see how these look, adding them to our little display, and see if we need any more, but I think we're good, because we don't want to put the words on every single one, because then it just becomes just too much. Too much.
And there was a couple of people that they're like, huh?
Yeah, they don't get it. Like, you gotta,
They don't get it.
you don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it.
If you know,
probably
you
zoom
know.
that out just a little bit. USA.
Laura says you were talking about handwritten notes in the boxes.
Oh. I think, isn't that what distracted me?
I don't know, probably.
I don't remember. But aren't these cute? Aren't these cute? I think we need to spread these ones out a little bit. Spread them out a little bit.
Desi says I went from a condiment to camping gear. From Mayo to Coleman.
Right?
That's funny.
All right, y'all. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Our little star embellishments here. Can you zoom this out a little bit?
Hold on.
How stinking cute.
Which one is it? This one.
And these are just in a little dough bowl that I got from Hobby Lobby.
Dough bowl?
That's enough. You don't have to go that far. You don't have to show all our junk around the edges. Don't show my mess. But aren't they cute? I can pull it back, but I want to show them. I want them to be able to get like an up close, cute little visual of all of them, and then the fool.
Yes, Curtis Lowe, pull out your dobro.
Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? These are fun. So this just is to show you that you don't have to, like, because we used, when we did the dowel rod ones, we bought the dowel rods, and you get them at like Hobby Lobby, but we used the saw to cut them to the right size. There is a video if you want to make these ones too. But this is just to show you that, like, if you're like, I don't want to do the saw, but I think they're cute and I want to make that craft, this is just another way that you can just make them using the little spools, and they can be just as stinking cute as the other ones, okay? So, fun little craft. This one I think is my favorite. Little baby pop here.
I know, right, Beth? It is stinking cute.
So this, just use what you have, find what you've got, dig around your craft room. Maybe even you don't have the spools, but you might have something else. You could use Jenga blocks. Somebody suggested using like the candy containers, like the little mini M&M containers. These would be super cute. Lifesavers to gift to like your grandkids if they're coming for like a 4th of July party or something. Wrap them with fabric, tie a little tag on it. You can put their name on it, or you could still put like boom, bang, pop, whatever. Make a little display of these with the little lifesaver packs, or like the Rolos, like the long tube candies.
Ooh, the Rolos.
I know, that would be super, super cute.
It's a good thing I got Aaron's trunks, and I can stop and get some Rolos. That sounds good.
There you go.
Janet says wine corks.
Wine corks, yes. Wine corks would actually be perfect. There's so many different things that you can use. The mini Jenga blocks, the regular size Jenga blocks, all kinds of stuff. And if you watch the video of us doing the first ones, with the dowel rods, there was lots of suggestions given on that video too.
Oh yeah,
of things
pill
that you can
bottles.
make with them. Pill bottles, yeah, tons of things. So, even like sticks, like a twig, like a little branch, cut it to size. Especially if you like pull the bark and stuff off of it. That would be really cute. All right, so we are going to gift the items that we use today, okay? And we're going to gift them to someone who's watching here, somebody who shared the video. If you shared it on YouTube and Facebook, you get 2 entries. If you do it on one, you get 1 entry because we have a spot here that shows us everyone who shared the video, regardless of where. And it shows it in both places if you shared it in both. So, and then just let us know in the comments. That's it. That's all you have to do. And we're going to scroll through. When I say stop, the first name that Tim sees that shows that you shared the video is who's going to be gifted the items I used today. So, are you ready, mister? Are you ready?
As ready as you're going to be.
All right. Y'all ready? You ready? Y'all going to sing with me? Ready, 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 ready. All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those names a rolling. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. A winner. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those names a
Stop. In the name of love. I almost said please don't because I was reading Desi's please, please, please. She says please, please, please.
Tell me now.
All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Please,
Here we
please tell me now.
Yeah, tell me now. I'll
That's
tell you
another
now.
song.
I'll tell you now. It is Miss Karen Lacey. Miss Karen Lacey. Karen Lacey, send us an email to Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com, or I could do this. Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Send us an email, Miss Karen Lacey, and say, hey, I won the firecracker supplies.
Say hey, 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 hey.
And we will send them to you. We need your address, though. Send us your address, Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Say, hey, I won the firecracker supplies, okay? And we will send you a little bundle with all the things that we used today. So, thank you guys for hanging out. You guys have an amazing weekend. We have a very busy weekend ahead of us. But we'll probably check in with you guys at some point. We're going to celebrate a birthday. Elena's turning 16. Technically not till the 22nd, but we're celebrating it this weekend. So we love you guys. You guys take care. Thanks for being here.